Avi Meyers, Northtown Neighborhood News Magazine, a production of Sonny Hirsch and myself. Early voting is coming, tra-la, tra-la, sooner than you think. Jewish Chicago is going to be out in late February, right before the start of early voting. And we have been given a lot of attention, and frankly, they're also giving us a lot of attention, and we're grateful for it, to a number of the judicial candidates throughout Cook County and the sub-circuits. And I'd like to thank very much Karan Hamlet for bringing him to our attention, and his brother Robert for bringing him here. And we're talking about a judicial candidate. Oh, and a South Shore native. I always have to point that out.
That's right.
Rodrick F. Wimberly. How you doing?
I'm well. I feel like I'm in the big time. You're like the Larry King of judicial races, so I feel I finally made it here.
Well, that's kind of cool. Thank you. I thought when you said big time, I thought you were referring to my batting stance or something. Anyway, no, it's cool. 84th in Luella, by the way. That's so right. I was 77th in South Shore, for those who don't know. So why don't you tell us about yourself?
Well, I've been a practice attorney for 16 years. And I've had a breadth of different types of litigation. So I've been in private practice my entire career. So I've done the breadth of issues relating to litigation. So state and federal criminal. I've done labor and employment, unemployment discrimination. I've done domestic relations, especially when I was kind of given those when I worked for firms. And I said, "Here, kid, take these cases." So I've done quite a bit, and I've practiced just about in every circuit court, and actually everyone in Cook County. I've been to all the districts during the 16 years, and kind of seen how the different judges handle the calls in the different areas, federal court, state court, and it's given me a really good idea as to how to manage the court call and just how to really accommodate some of the issues that are going on before the court and the people's controversies. I mean, they're the most important thing to them. And I've kind of seen how important it is. And I think I do want to just commend you, because you pointed out what's very obvious to some, but for some reason not to many, that before someone would be touched by an executive order or by some obscure tax law or something, they're going to go before a judge in one way or another. I mean, if you just look around, you see maybe with the foreclosure issue, you might know someone that's going through or has been touched by that, or bankruptcy, or domestic relations, or maybe even the criminal justice system. And so you're exactly right when you say, well, you really need to know what's going on, because you're going to go before a judge before you really be able to go before anyone. Speeding tickets. And so I think it's really important. I plead the fifth. But it's very important to really know who the judges are and to really kind of get to know them. So I appreciate that.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate your comment on those lines. Was there a point in time you decided I wanted to be a judge, or is this a lifelong dream? Or
It's funny because no. And for the last 5 years, people have been saying, judges that I go before, you should probably run for judge. And I said, I don't want to be a judge. I enjoy being an attorney. I enjoy helping clients. I enjoy being in court. But the last couple of years, I've been going before judges, and it caused me to say, maybe I should get out there, because it seems that people have kind of started running away from the system. They feel that the system is not really there to work for them. And that kind of just clicked, so from 2 years ago, I said, well, I went from never to, oh, maybe. And then the last year, I said, I think I will. And so it just happened that at this time, it said, this seems to be the right time. So I just threw my hat in the ring.
Very good. And of course, you're not allowed to campaign like, and by the way, I think the legislative process, not the judicial process, has failed a lot of people. Right. That's another story.
Right. Yeah, but that's a whole nother show, right?
Yeah, definitely. But so anyway, you can't campaign like a state rep would campaign, or like an alderman would campaign, and you can't make promises. And there's a whole bunch of restrictions on what you're even allowed to talk about when you're running for judge. So how do you go about start organizing a campaign?
It's very interesting. Like you rightly pointed out, we actually have canon of ethics that says that judges and judicial candidates cannot speak on issues of controversy. So, you have a very interesting paradox. You say, okay, well, one thing that I'd say as a litigator, and I've been in court basically every day, 16 years, and when I would go to the ballot box, even I would go back and I would only recognize maybe 60 to 70% of the people that were running. Yeah. And so I thought, if and I'm in court every day.
Wow.
If I don't only recognize 7 out of 10 people, I can only imagine what the general public would be posed with the problem. And so it's kind of an issue that you have to go out there, and it's really about getting your name out there and letting them know who you are. And so what you do is you get out there, depending upon who you work with, or different organizations, or pro bono work, or social organizations. You let them know that you're running, and you let them know, and they kind of really can only look at your body of work. They can look at what you've done, what areas of practice, or certain things, and the best part of the process is actually going out to meet the people. The odd part about it is I never intended to be a politician. I just wanted to help more people by being a judge. But unfortunately, some would say, and fortunately for me, I'm able to meet a lot more people. And so in doing that, it gives me a much broader perspective on really what people are looking for. People need to be inspired. And they're not really inspired by what they see going on, and not just in the legal field right now, but generally speaking. And so I think that the law and judges and jurors should inspire people. And so hopefully my candidacy will help to do that.
Well, this much I'll tell you guys. He and his brother both have really good spirit and good insides and personable, and I could see where you could be infectious that way.
Oh, well, thanks. I'll give him the $5 after the broadcast.
Thank you. Under the table.
That's right.
Anyway, we should let people know about, you have a website?
I do. It's www.rodwimberly4, judge.com. And we also have 2 Facebook sites. I guess one wasn't enough. So we have 2. One is a group site. It's Rodrick F. Wimberly for Circuit Court Judge, and the other is Rod Wimberly 4, 4, Judge.
Thank you very much, Rodrick F. Wimberly. And early voting coming soon. Make sure you're there. Thank you so much.
Thanks, my blessing. Thanks so much, sir.
Thank you.